Good morning, you guys at Magma One Jesus Christ. I'm starting to realize some stuff about crooked Pete Hegseth. In a sense, yeah, he's a physical being, kinda, but he's almost more of a hologram in a sense, a physicalized, materialized hologram from the mothership of space aliens through a super magnet that almost takes like physical matter. There's almost like there's a satanic alien that somehow takes his thoughts and has turned it like a physical super magnet and almost projected and produced a physical Pete Hegseth that is not really even human. He is, but he isn't. But in a sense, he's not as real as like a living being of like God or humans or me or like we're actually physical life that is within God. Pete Hegseth may be physical some, but like he's almost like a produced hologram of a being, holographic physical being through a super magnet. That's why he's fraudulent. That's why he's good at directing his auras to hide stuff. Imagine taking a super magnet, focusing energy through it, like kind of like a prism, producing a physical hologramic human being. He's being run by the Satanists, by Barack Obama in the mothership. He's like a physicalized, materialized laser beam, or you want to call it fake focus laser, a hologram physically turned into a human being. He may have been born or whatever. I don't know how this works completely. Imagine just taking a bunch of energy running through a super. You know how like they take a nuclear reactor and they take a massive fucking magnet and charge it with electricity that runs out of electricity. He's almost like being focused through a super magnet to produce a physical human being that has probably been born in different stuff. I don't completely understand how it works. He's almost like a physical being that's its energy come to a super magnet being produced into a physical human being that's corrupt. Pete Hegseth is not our friend. He's a materialized through a magnet being. The best way I could say it. He's polarized. He hides very well. He claims he's with Trump, but he's towards the Satanists. He's polarized to the Satanist. He's not even really anything. Not even really anything. He's physical. He's smart, but he's not even really anything. He's polarized to the Satanist. But he's almost a hologram through a super magnet materialized. I know there's people in the Trump administration who don't understand. I will say one more time, I'm starting to wonder about Mike Pompeo versus John Ratcliffe. I'm starting to wonder if John Ratcliffe is the honest CIA and Mike Pompeo is corrupt. Because Mike Pompeo keeps trying to lure me into fighting harder and shit and getting myself in trouble. I'm not really interested in getting myself in trouble and lighting more of a fire. It's like there's the verse, be still and know that I'm God. Let Trump handle some stuff. I'm not completely sure about Mike Pompeo and John Ratcliffe yet. John Ratcliffe seems cool. Mike Pompeo may be cool, but he also seems not cool at the same time. I'm not sure. I'll find out eventually. You know, they've both been the head of the CIA. We'll find out in time. You know, another way to look at this extraterrestrial space aliens that want to cheat us, call them rats. They're like rats from another part. They're rats that want to steal our fucking planet. Fucking come in here and break into our fucking Earth and steal our fucking rock and our cheese and everything. They're like a bunch of rats. So John Ratcliffe, does that mean he's here to protect us from the rotten rats that are extraterrestrial space aliens? Like the rats are pushed off the cliff and they die? Or is Mike Pompeo like, Pompeo, the volcano, ancient Pompeian volcano that killed the town in Italy or wherever it was in Pompeo? The Pompeo volcano that killed people. Mike Pompeo, John Ratcliffe. I'm not really sure. Time will tell. I'm not looking for a fight anymore, man. I'm not looking for a war to get myself in trouble. I've had enough of that. In time, I'll find out who's corrupt, whether it be Mike Pompeo or John Ratcliffe, or maybe they're both decent people. To tell you the truth, Mike Pence and J.D. Vance are both good people. Mike Pence is playing that he hates Trump, but he doesn't. He's with Trump. J.D. Vance is a good man. He's obvious. Mike Pompeo, he appears to not be the director of the military and police and CIA, but he was, and I think he still is. But John Ratcliffe also is the current head of the CIA and military and everything, somehow, and he appears to be pretty good too. So they might both be honest, playing a different role in the illusion. Because if it's just clear, it'd be like this, right? But they're like kind of a blur. But Pete Hegseth is corrupt. Marco Rubio is corrupt and greedy. Kristi Noem's an alien. Speaker Mike Johnson is an alien. They're Satanist aliens. They're like elves. Look at Kristi and Mike. They look almost like satanic aliens. You almost see like fucking horns, antenna coming off them. They look like an alien, space alien, satanic elf. Kristi Noem and Speaker Mike Johnson. Look at them. Relax your eyes and look in the spirit. Kristi has evil, burning eyes, fiery, hateful eyes. Mike Johnson has like a satanic elf look, like horns of Satan, but almost like a extraterrestrial elf of Satan. That's what Kristi Noem is too. Kristi Noem and Mike Johnson could also be that, to tell you the truth. I bet you that. There you go. There's probably a connection. I still see a slight difference. Speaker Mike Johnson and Kristi Noem are two probably holographic beings through that magnet. Pete Hegseth is too. What I see in Speaker Mike Johnson is like a more calm physical spirit with a satanic horn, elf horn. Kristi Noem has eyes that are burning, and then Pete Hegseth has a face that is appears more pronounced. So it's like take a face and eyes and horns. That's the holographic trinity of the devil. There you go. It's a holograph through the space, through the fucking super magnet of the extraterrestrial traitor, the leftist aliens. Imagine a super magnet formed into a trinity of human beings. Holographic physical form human beings. Pete Hegseth is the face. Mike Johnson is the horns, and Kristi Noem is the burning eyes. It's just it's a hologram made physical through a super magnet, fucking focused, like running high voltage electricity, nuclear energy through a super magnet on this earth, producing three human beings, a satanic trinity in the Trump administration. It's not even real. It's physical, it's real. They've probably been born and all this shit, but it's something not real. It's a satanic hologram, satanic traitor fucking trinity of the space aliens and three human beings. Pete Hegseth, Speaker Mike Johnson, and Kristi Noem. They're holograms of the devil trinity. I'm telling you, it's going through a super magnet. They're focusing high voltage somehow through a super magnet to produce them. If they're born, the super magnet somehow is controlling them. They might have been born, somehow they're born maybe from a bloodline of traitors. And they're physically born, but now the super magnet runs through and totally controls them, controls their auras. Like Kristi has the burning eyes, Mike Johnson has the spirit horns, and Pete Hegseth has the face. They're being controlled by a super magnet of Satan, and they're not real. They're fake. They're holograms.